SpendLogic takes the pain out of procurement documentation by automating and simplifying day-to-day tasks for government contractors. When you need a new purchase order, companies that don't use SpendLogic typically have a manual checklist in Word, Excel, or a PDF. From the very start, there are a multitude of inefficient practices happening here. Procurement professionals must find the latest checklist. Oftentimes, this step is ignored and old checklists are reused. There is no mention of compliance requirements, which increases likelihood of multiple rounds of reviews. The format of the document makes it easy to overlook requirements and make mistakes. There is very little, if any, automation happening here, which means every package starts from scratch. SpendLogic's various modules solve each of these problems. To start with, here's our Spend File Folder module. When a new purchase order is started, the system's filters, which are built to client specifications, indicate what documentation is required. The checklist is always up to date, and there is no possibility that an outdated checklist is being used. Clicking a documentation block brings up additional information such as description, links to templates, and the ability to attach or provide the information required. Because of this, anyone that accesses this folder in the future has a direct link to every document that was created. No more searching through various locations. The data is at your fingertips. In addition, you'll notice that there are also compliance review requirements listed. These help ensure that your inputs meet requirements. It also sets up an in-tool review workflow for peer management and compliance reviewers. Once a block is started, it shows as yellow. If the block is determined complete, it turns green. This makes it simple to ensure that every requirement has been met and nothing is left out. When it's time for internal reviews, packages can be submitted based on pre-programmed routings for review, comment, and approval. Eventually, when a CPSR occurs, SpendLogic's CPSR module will enable you to provide access to the DCMA right inside of SpendLogic. Access is time-bound and limited to the purchase orders and folders that you specify. SpendLogic also has report generation capabilities, which can be used standalone or integrated with documentation folders. The most common finding in CPSRs are related to price analysis, source justification, and commercial item determinations. Therefore, we've built out TurboTax-like approaches to automate report generation. For any competitive or non-competitive price analysis method listed in the FAR, SpendLogic will help you tell the story and generates a standardized report. Screens simplify inputs as much as possible, minimizing subjectivity along the way. Throughout the modules, SpendLogic has built-in compliance checks to ensure that a CPSR-compliant report is generated every time. Calculations for escalation, learning curves, and quantity correction curves are automated. We've even built in federal travel regulations and Bureau of Labor Statistics to automate travel and labor rate analysis reports. The final report output is standardized across employees, vastly reducing subjectivity, eliminating math errors, and standardizing formats. Reports are available throughout the company at any time. Copying and updating reports happens in minutes. 100% of SpendLogic's clients have passed their CPSRs. Whether you are preparing for your first CPSR or you already have an approved system, SpendLogic takes the pain out of procurement documentation.